Please be seated. The Vice-Chancellor, Leslie Haig, will now open today's proceedings.
Mr Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. On behalf of the Chair of the Board and from all of us at AECC University College, I'm delighted to welcome you to today's ceremony. We're all here to acknowledge and celebrate the great work that you, our graduates, have done and what you have achieved, and to officially send you off on your way to the next steps in your life and career, with the congratulations and good wishes of your AECC University College family. Each one of you is here today through your own sustained hard work over several years. You have needed courage to face not only the challenges of university learning, but in addition, those experienced while studying during a global pandemic. You've needed to develop certain qualities of character and mind to get where you are today. As a wider community, we're extremely proud of you. I'm in no doubt that the resilience you've shown will serve you well in your future. Here at AECC University College, we aim to transform lives by the creation, sharing, and application of knowledge. To the fore of that are you, our students, and soon-to-be graduates. Most of you will already be settled into professional settings, hopefully in your dream jobs, where you'll continue to transform the lives of your patients and service users. You will cross this stage today with the next phase of your life before you, and I hope that your time here at AECC has equipped you to take that step with confidence and spirit of adventure, to be bold, to be brave, to be creative, to be innovative, and to make a difference. We're also delighted today to confer a number of honorary fellowships. These awards are presented to individuals who have made an exceptional contribution to their chosen field, have an outstanding record of selfless service to others, and exemplify AECC University College's values and commitment to excellence. We're proud of our heritage as a chiropractic training college, and we continue to be a world-leading institution for chiropractic education, practice and research. However, in order to ensure a sustainable and successful future as a health sciences university within an increasingly challenging environment, we must continue to evolve and grow. In order to better represent our diversified status and having gained eligibility for full university title, we've made a submission to the Office of Students in May this year to change the name of the institution to the Health Sciences University. This currently remains under review and is subject to consultation, but is critical to facilitating our institutional visibility and growth. Our Heritage AECC acronym already sits within the School of Chiropractic, alongside our second School of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences. In the same month, we commenced discussions with the University College of Osteopathy in London to merge our organisations. If successful, this will bring together our two exemplary institutions with their strong heritage and professional leadership in the osteopathy and chiropractic, alongside at AECC, multiple professional groups across allied health and related disciplines. In January 2023, we launched a suite of new pre-registration master's programmes in podiatry, speech and language therapy, occupational therapy and dietetics. In addition, we validated a new professional development framework, along with around 30 new credit-bearing units and awards in first contact practice and health education. In recognition of the quality of the new FCP course, we were one of only 2 universities nationally commissioned by Health Education England to develop this course across all 5 eligible professions for the next 3 years. In August, we launched a new Centre for Workforce and Systems Innovation, supporting a workforce transformation, promoting knowledge exchange, and offering comprehensive professional development programmes for healthcare professionals, healthcare educators, healthcare leaders and policymakers. We've also gained entry onto the Register for Apprenticeship Training Providers and have already started to deliver our first degree apprenticeships. We have a clear vision to establish AECC as a highly valued health sciences university, health and care sector partner, an anchor institution which makes a difference to its people and the communities it serves. As a group of students, you are brilliantly represented by your passionate and hard-working Students' Union. Last year, these efforts were led by SU President Francesca Helmore, her executive team, champions and others, and our wonderful and highly committed Students' Union and Engagement Manager, Rhiannith. These colleagues work tirelessly to ensure your voices are heard at all levels of the institution. I'm proud of the partnership we have developed with our students, which expedites decision-making to ensure the experiences you have as students are as positive as possible. Fran, Rhiannith and colleagues, thanks for all you do for us as an institution and for all of our students. I invite all of you to show your appreciation for all of their efforts. All of our academic, clinical and professional activity, and indeed the excellent education and training which our students receive, could not be delivered without our hard-working, committed staff across all academic, clinical and professional services. Colleagues, I'm extremely proud of you, your professionalism and dedication. Thanks to all of you that you do. I invite all of you to show the appreciation for all of our wonderful staff. There are also other key individuals who are less visible on a daily basis, but who work really hard in governing and leading the institution. The quality of your experience and your success sit at the heart of their work. They include my executive, deputy, Kevin, senior management team colleagues, and our board of governors. I'd particularly like to highlight the contribution of our board chair, Jenny Bremner, who unfortunately can't be with us today, who's worked tirelessly since she came into her role in 2020. Her committee chairs, Peter van der Velde, Kim Frost, and Monica Barnes, are all board members who give so much of their precious time. Myself and colleagues really do appreciate your wise counsel and support. Thank you for all that you do. Everything that we achieve here at AECC University College is driven by the strong sense of community and partnership. You will have experienced this yourselves during your studies with us, and I hope you continue to feel part of it in the years to come as a proud alumni. Our commitment to community also extends to serving our residents and partners in Boscombe and across Dorset. I'm delighted to welcome so many system colleagues and friends here today from the NHS, local authorities, other organisations and other education providers, all of whom are highly valued partners. I'm also delighted to welcome so many colleagues from the chiropractic profession and thank them for their ongoing support for AECC. Seeing you, our new graduates, cross the stage after your years of dedication and hard work is a proud moment for us all, as I'm sure it is for all of you, and for the family and friends here to support you today. To your family and friends, today is when you can share in the success of those you've supported with your commitment, your passion, and your love. The great news is it was all worth it. Our students are set for successful and flourishing lives, and you have played your part in this wonderful achievement. The less good news is that this is the beginning of continuation of a career of lifelong learning. And I can't guarantee that for such smart and ambitious groups of students, this will be their last degree. Graduates, I invite you to stand up, turn around, and show your appreciation and for your family and friends for all their support with rapturous applause. Well done, thank you, that's brilliant. Okay, as I alluded to earlier, our community is at the heart of everything we do, and our graduates are an important part of that community. As global ambassadors with a lifelong membership of the AECC family, you can always consider that this is your university college. We hope that you will take pride in that and share your passion for the university college and connection to a very special part of the UK in the years ahead. This is a special day. So enjoy it and savour every moment of it. I, the Vice-Chancellor of AECC University College, declare the congregation open for the conferment of awards. Thank you.
University College, it is our honour and privilege to confer honorary awards as an exceptional acknowledgement of an individual's contribution to their chosen field or public or voluntary service. This year, the University College is proud to confer 3 awards to individuals who've made an exceptionally meritorious contribution to their chosen field. For the first award recipient, Professor Karen Middleton, CBE, I invite the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Leslie Haig, to deliver the citation and present the award.
Mr Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I present Professor Karen Middleton, CBE, for the award of Honorary Fellow of AECC University College. Originally from Romford in Essex, Karen was attracted to physiotherapy through her love of sport, especially football, and spells with the Red Cross as a volunteer nurse. I believe she's an ardent Hammers fan. Karen, I'll leave you to work that, and Jeff, and chat that one through, if that's okay later. Karen studied physiotherapy at St Mary's Hospital in Paddington, graduating in 1985. She worked in a variety of clinical and managerial roles, having specialised in MSK physio, before moving into rehabilitation and becoming Associate Director for Primary Care in Tower Hamlets in 1999, where she managed the community nursing workforce. From there, she moved to the London Directorate for Health and Social Care as a Primary Care Development Manager. In 2003, Karen joined the Department of Health as an Allied Health Professional Advisor before being appointed as Chief Allied Health Professions Advisor in 2007. Between 2007 and 2014, Karen was Chief Allied Health Professions Officer at NHS England and the Department of Health, the government's most senior advisor on the allied health professions. She joined the Chartered Society of Physiotherapy as its first physiotherapist and first female chief executive in 2014 and has been a regular commentator on health policy. For those of you that don't know, the Chartered Society of Physiotherapy acts as a professional, educational and trade union body with over 60,000 members. Karen has fellowships from the CSP and the Society of Musculoskeletal Medicine. She was awarded a CBE for her work in healthcare in 2012 and became a fellow of the CSP in 2013, and in 2014 was made a visiting professor at Leeds Beckett University. Throughout her career, whether in clinical, managerial and senior leadership roles, Karen has been committed to serving others and is a team player. She tells me that she has loved every job she's had, well on most days. And anyone who's met her would be inspired by her passion and commitment, which is truly infectious. She has a strong sense of justice, which drives her determination to make a difference, including transforming the CSP's approach to equity, diversity and belonging. Karen is passionate about the leading role physiotherapy has to play in enabling people to live long and live well. Among her numerous and significant achievements, Karen is particularly proud of delivering independent prescribing rights for physiotherapists and podiatrists, which transformed clinical autonomy for practitioners, enhanced practice and, critically, improved patient care. She also saw the development of first contact practice, which has transformed the role of physiotherapy in primary care. Through Karen's leadership, the CSP has also led on the development of the Community Rehabilitation Alliance, most recently prompting NHS's new community rehabilitation and reablement model, which I know is definitely due to the work that group pushed forward with. When asked what grounds her, Karen tells me it's her husband, Ralph, who I'm delighted to say is here, her stepchildren, friends, family, and her love of sport. She works to live and will retire at the end of the year with plans to relax and travel. Karen, I'm proud to present you with this honorary fellowship. You have led by example throughout your career, have given so much, and will leave a massive legacy. Thank you for your service and leadership. We wish you well for a wonderful retirement. Congratulations.
I don't know if I'm allowed to call you Leslie, but thank you. Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduands. I'm deeply honoured to accept this fellowship, and I'm particularly proud to receive it at the same time as the first student physiotherapists graduate from AECC. Thank you. I've been registered as a physiotherapist since 1985, which, as was pointed out to me a few months ago, was the last century. So you can tell I'm very, very old. I know my training was completely different from your experience, and I'm not sure I would even qualify today, quite frankly. The terms research or evidence were not even mentioned when I trained, and many of the clinical interventions I learnt were certainly suspect in my view. But the profession you have joined is as successful as it is, and as fantastic as it is, because it keeps evolving in response to new evidence and the different demands on it from the population we serve. And I'll come back to the word serve in a minute. Your training experience over the last few years, and this goes for all graduands in the room, has also been impacted on by the COVID pandemic. And many of you and your families might well be wondering whether your experience has been sufficient to prepare you for employment. I want to emphasise to you that while you might not recognise it now, you are even more prepared, not only for employment, but for life. You will have learned how to adapt quickly, to study and practice in different ways. And you will have developed coping strategies and resilience, and you are likely to have much greater empathy. These are all essential skills for working in healthcare that will stand you in great stead. And if you hear people say, usually clinicians as old as me, students aren't quite what they used to be, or they haven't been trained like we were, be confident that this is a really positive thing, in my view. What is needed from clinicians today is not what was needed 30 or 40 years ago. So here I am at the end of my full-time career. What have I learnt, and what nuggets of advice do I have for you at the beginning of yours? Firstly, what a privilege it is to serve people when they are at their most vulnerable. You may not ever be the most highly paid professionals, but I can assure you that every single day you will make a difference to people's lives, and there's not many who can say that about their profession. I know a life of service is often undervalued, but in terms of job satisfaction, there is nothing better. I can assure you of that. Secondly, you have the potential to do and be whatever you want to be. Your skills are totally transferable. I do recognise the privilege that some of us have, but don't be put off by others on what they say you can and can't do. My suggestion, if they say there are things you can't do, is to ask them for the bit of paper that says you can't. When I qualified, I was told by one of my physiotherapy tutors that my career was blighted because I came from Essex. My first job was not going to be in a big London teaching hospital. Well, I didn't do that badly, did I? So I send the proverbial 2 fingers to that individual, along with all those who have said I am too young, that I don't speak with the right accent, or that I don't have the right academic background. You can be whatever you want to be. Next, be brave. Stand up for your patients. Say the unsayable and be prepared to speak truth to power. It's scary, but nothing that was ever worth doing does not require courage. I've achieved the most for patients, their families and communities when I've been prepared to do this. It's another form of service. Then keep learning. Your pre-registration training has shown you how to learn. The minute you stop is the time to move on and switch tack. My best learning has come from when I am prepared to be vulnerable, and often when I am at my most uncomfortable. And lastly, don't overplan your career. If you do, you might miss out on the opportunities that come your way. Many have said that I have been lucky at work. There is no doubt I have been very fortunate in working as a clinician, a manager, a leader and a policymaker. I've travelled the world through my work, worked for 3 Prime Ministers and returned to lead the profession I love. But luck comes from a combination of hard work and opportunity. And if you overplan, you might deny yourself those opportunities that come often from left field. I can honestly say there has not been one of those opportunities that I have not been scared about taking. I have felt unprepared and exposed, that old imposter syndrome. But over time, that feeling gets more familiar and you learn to deal with it. My career path has certainly been more of a squiggle on the page than a straight line. So graduates, go forward with confidence in your knowledge and skills. You are graduating from one of the most forward-looking institutions I know, and I wish you every success. And thank you once again, AECC, for awarding me this fellowship.
Thank you, Karen. I now invite the Head of School of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences, Professor Stuart Cotterill, to deliver the citation for our second recipient, Mr. Jeff Mostyn.
Mr. Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, I present Mr. Jeff Mostyn for the award of Honorary Fellow of AECC University College. Jeff Mostyn is one of the humblest and kindest people I've had the good fortune to meet. He's a family man, married to Rose, for 42 years and father to 4 children. Originally from Manchester, Jeff has overcome both significant adversity and humble origins to be exceptionally successful and to thrive in the face of adversity. His business journey started at school, collecting and selling both autographs and football programmes to earn money to pay for tickets to watch his team, Manchester City. On leaving school, Jeff creatively earned an apprenticeship with ICI, worked in door-to-door sales and worked for TSB before launching his own financial services company, Abacus Financial Management Limited, in 1988. Many, though, will know of Jeff as chairman of AFC Bournemouth, which began in 2006. It's easy to focus on the simply incredible achievement of getting a team that had previously only spent 2 seasons in 114 years of history out of the bottom 2 leagues in English football before 2013 to the pinnacle of the English game, then spending 7 of the next 11 seasons in the Premier League. Jeff, as an AFC Bournemouth season ticket holder, I thank you. However, for those who don't know the history of AFC Bournemouth, the club has been through very dark days, going into administration in 2008 and almost going out of business completely, starting the following season with a colossal 17-point deduction. Jeff, having become the club's sole owner, personally funded the club's move into administration and the start of the club's resurrection. Manager Eddie Howe rightly gets the plaudits for the club's meteoric rise, but it's Jeff that helped create the foundations upon which this success was built. Jeff now stands as an immensely well-respected figure, not only in the English game, but also on the global stage. He's held positions on the board of the Football League and the Football Association Council. In 2011, he was elected by the 72 Football League clubs to represent them on the FA Council, working on a number of Football Association committees, including those for disability, youth and compliance monitoring, as well as chairing the prestigious FA Challenge Cup Committee. In 2012, Jeff was elected to the Board of Directors of the Football League, and during the 2015-16 season, Jeff was elected as a Football Association England team ambassador, supporting the England team on the international stage. These achievements are amazing, but his work away from football is even more impressive. He's always believed that you should look to make a difference, particularly in your local community. Locally, he's patron for the Dorset Cancer Care Foundation and an ambassador for both Julia's House Children's Hospice and Lewis Manning Hospice Care. He's also a member of the Community Sports Trust and chairs the Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Towns Fund, investing £23 million in the regeneration of Boscombe. He's also a supporter of Prostate Cancer UK. Jeff is a global ambassador for Football for Peace and had the honour of presenting to dignitaries at the United Nations General Assembly in New York in September 2019, speaking passionately about bullying in multicultural classrooms. Jeff was awarded an honorary doctorate by Bournemouth University in Business Administration in 2017 in recognition of his work at AFC Bournemouth and the community. He also received a fellowship of the Football Association Council in 2021. For us, Jeff epitomises the University College values of being caring, professional, passionate, inclusive and collaborative. And it's for this reason, along with his unflinching commitment to local communities and charities in Folkestone, Boscombe and Bournemouth, that we are both honoured and proud to present Jeff with the award of Honorary Fellow of AECC University College.
Honoured guests, Deputy Mayor, ladies and gentlemen and graduates, it's an absolute honour and a privilege, and I'm humbled to accept this incredible award, and I cannot thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for giving me the opportunity to say a few words today. Professor Cottrell, the citation, I was actually in awe. I thought it was for somebody else. Thank you so much for your very kind words. And ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it's a real privilege for me to share your special day today with you. I'm often asked about how I got involved with AFC Bournemouth, and I've got very little time to explain how I did that or why I did it, more to the point. But just to go back to the beginning, as was mentioned in the citation, I think that, my love for football had always been my passion. I'd always wanted to be a footballer. From the age of 5, I used to play as much football as I possibly could, both at school and later on at county level. But one of my biggest obstacles at school was being bullied on most days. And I left school at the age of 15 with no qualifications at all, apart from a degree in truancy. And I was good at it. I got a first. I knew how to miss school. When I saw the curriculum and bullying was part of the daily activities, you'll not be surprised to understand that I didn't want to go to school. And I used to go to watch Manchester City and Manchester United train. I used to collect the autographs in order to afford to go to the matches the following week. And without me actually realizing how my future would evolve and football would become very much part of my life, people have commented that not only did I demonstrate an incredible love for football, a passion for football, but it was also the start of being an entrepreneur. Of course, we're talking in 1960 when entrepreneur didn't form part of anybody's vocabulary. So when they mentioned that, I wasn't actually quite certain what they were talking about. But I think as my career evolved and I sort of grew up from being a little bit of a Jack the Lad early on in my life, I studied finance, became a fully qualified financial advisor, set up my own business in 1988, and over the next 25 years, we became the most successful independent brokerage providing financial advice to members of the armed forces. And that's where I made my money, and then one unfortunate day, I found myself in Bournemouth, being asked to form part of a consortium of 10 people who were asked to put £100,000 into the football club to stave off a £1 million debt that we owed to HMRC. And I thought to myself, all those years ago, I wanted to be a footballer. And unfortunately, I was never good enough to be a footballer. Other people told me that. I still think I was good enough to be a footballer. And even at the age of 78, I still think I'm good enough to be a footballer. And when I see some of the footballers on a Saturday, I'm convinced that I'm good enough to be a footballer, as I'm sure some of you in the audience are today. So we deliberated over the opportunity to be part of a consortium, and I got involved in October 2006 and finished up buying the club in March 2007 when the other 9 people, as I turned round, had vanished. They obviously had more sense than I had. And I realised that I had a golden opportunity now to buy a football club. I really now could pick myself if I wanted to, but that never happened. It was probably the worst decision I'd ever made in my life. I hope there are not too many Cherry supporters in the audience today that are disappointed with that. But if I ring-fenced that decision, there was no way on this planet that a fully qualified financial advisor should buy a football club that was going out of business. And I bought it with my heart, not my head. So my first lesson to all the graduates today is whatever decisions you make in life, make sure it's with your head and not your heart. I was interviewed by South Today shortly after buying the football club and asked why I had been ridiculously stupid, and that was the word of the broadcaster, in buying a club that had previously been in administration, that had no money at all, very few supporters. And I said to him, really proudly standing up, I'm a fully qualified financial advisor, and as a consequence of that, I'm going to completely turn the financial fortunes around of this famous football club. 9 months later, I had to put the club into administration. So I don't even take my own financial advice now, let alone anybody else's. We were still in Division 1 at the time, and we had an opportunity. We knew we were going to be docked 10 points because it's an automatic application of deduction at the end of a season if you are in administration. And I'll never forget this, the final game of that season, and I'm sure supporters here will remember it fondly, we were playing Carlisle United away from home. And it also coincided with my daughter's wedding, which was going to be taking place in Andover. And during the course of the week, Radio Solent had a telephone phone-in asking whether the chairman would go to his daughter's wedding or whether he would go to watch the match in Carlisle. Well, of course, anybody that knows me knows I was only going to be one place, and that was Carlisle. No, seriously, I'm only joking, especially with my wife here. I actually went to the match, I went to my daughter's wedding, and fortunately for me, Radio Solent delivered me a single frequency earpiece on the Friday night so I could listen to the commentary from Carlisle. And as I'm standing in front of you today, I'm just about to walk my daughter down the aisle, and suddenly the earpiece tells me that we've drawn the game 1-1, and because of the other results, we were relegated to League Division 2. Now, I am the most emotional person God's ever put on this planet. I've instantly burst into tears. Everybody at the wedding thinks it's because I'm giving my daughter away. I've been trying to give her away for 2 years, and nobody would take her. So certainly, they were tears of joy if that was the case. But we move on to full circle that having put the club into administration, I felt duty-bound to fund the administration. And halfway through the administration, we managed to find 2 buyers. And my wife and I went over to Spain. It was just unbelievable that at this stage I'd put in over £1 million of my own money. I was funding the football club at £100,000 a month, which was covering the staff and the administrator. And suddenly I've got this great weight off my leg and I could relax in Spain. 1 o'clock, was sat in Porta Banús having a glass of champagne, and the phone rings. It was the administrator, Gerald Krasner, saying, get yourself back, and there were a few expletives amongst that, get yourself back to Bournemouth, the deal's fallen through. It was like the gift that kept giving. I'd now got the club back by default. I think that particular time was a real poignant time in the club's history. Because on the flight back, my wife and I decided that I wasn't going to put any more money into the football club. Bearing in mind, I didn't even support Bournemouth, I supported Manchester City. So this was incredible. I didn't want to buy the football club so City could constantly beat them. It would have been a cheaper option not to have been involved at all. So we made that decision, and I'll remember that fateful day where every month the administrator had to have a press conference. And at this press conference, he said to me, Jeff, you're going to stand at the back of the room. I'm going to ask you for another check. You'll nod your head if you're going to give me the check. You'll shake your head if the answer is going to be no, which I think you should do. And I will liquidate the club live on air today if you shake your head. And I'm not even listening to these words as he's speaking. And all I can think about is over 100 years of history literally terminated at the shake or the nod of a head. And he repeated the question. He said, Jeff, I need to have your answer. Are you going to provide me with a check or not? And I shook my head. I just nodded, and I just thought, I cannot let this football club and the community die. And it was probably the most foolish thing I'd ever done in my life. And yet when I see the journey now, it was the greatest thing I'd ever done in my life, because when I see how much joy it brings to so many people, and it is, in my humble opinion, the greatest story ever told, that AFC Bournemouth, a small town club that has spent the vast majority of a century in the two lower divisions, in 2014-15 season, were promoted to the Premier League. There is a video, don't worry, I'm not selling anything to anybody. It's called -17. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. It'll give you the full history of how a football club could start a season in Division 2 with a transfer embargo, -17 points, and survive with 15 minutes to go. And in 7 years' time after that date, we were in the Premier League. I think what is important in my message today is that from adversity, from having been bullied, and I had a determination even as a young teenager that I was going to succeed at all costs, despite the fact that I was treated badly in my youth. And it's probably why today I love my charity work. I love going into schools, AFC Bournemouth Community Sports Trust, which I'm proud to be the ambassador of now. We go into the local schools. We teach over 5,000 children a week the pitfalls of antisocial behaviour, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, internet grooming, but most of all, respect, and not just respect for your teachers and parents. That should come naturally. But we teach them how to have respect for their peers, because in multicultural classrooms, that is the beginning of bullying that I now know leads to teenage and young adults being radicalized. So it's so important that we carry the message. This incredible university, this global Premier League university, has been your home for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You should be so proud of what you've achieved. I'm stood here in front of you, humbled by your achievements compared to my achievements. I think it's absolutely incredible. And we know that your journey only starts today. And I can encapsulate what my great manager, Eddie Howe and I shared 12 incredible years together, which I think today would be a United Kingdom all-comers record. I think if a manager lasts 12 weeks now, he's done an exceptionally good job. But for 12 years, we were side by side, and I learned so much from my manager. And I share something in common with him, that is relevant today. And bearing in mind that this is a boy, or was a boy, all those years ago, that left school at the age of 15 with no qualifications whatsoever, I now have the most incredible, insatiable appetite for personal development. And I'm 78 years of age. It's not something that is necessary, it's something that I have a desire to be on top of everything I can be on top of, so that I can go into the community and give advice from a knowledgeable point of view, not off the hip. My manager, Eddie Howe, had an insatiable appetite for personal development, and that's why he had the respect of the players that played under him and enjoyed the journey for so long. He taught me that, and it was alluded to earlier, nobody should ever say you cannot achieve something or you cannot do something. There is only one person on this planet that can ever make that choice, and that would be you as an individual. And we'd have to ask why you would believe that it's impossible to achieve certain goals that you want to achieve. Today is literally the first day of the rest of your life. You've been at the university now for a number of years. It's very competitive, but it's not as competitive as the world you're going to move into tomorrow. You're not in competition with everybody whilst you're at university. You all have the same entitlement, you all have the same opportunity to achieve the same degree, and you're going to be honoured with those degrees today. What I would say to you is, from an employer point of view, when you go out into the world and you're looking for opportunities, sometimes it's not just the degree that employers are looking for. They're looking for your personality. And my father gave me 3 words of wisdom that I've always remembered. He said, Geoffrey, no matter where your life takes you, well, you see, maths wasn't my chosen subject because that's more than 3 words. But the passion was, there are only 3 ways you can ever be successful. The first one is to work hard. The second one is to work hard. And the third one is to work hard. There is no substitute for a work ethic. You may be a child protege, but without the work ethic, you're not going to be successful. You may not be a child protege, but with a work ethic, you can be taught the skills that are going to be relevant to your future. Vice-Chancellor, once again, I'm humbled. I cannot tell you how humbled I am to stand in front of you today. Graduates, I want to wish you every success for your future. I hope this isn't the last time you'll hear me speak, because I'm happy to give anybody that needs advice, guidance, and mentoring, reach out to me. This is not just the end of your education, it's the beginning of the next stage. And thank you so much for the honour of allowing me to stand in front of you today. And one final word to my amazing wife, who's been by my side for 42 years, and I think enjoyed the journey for probably 18 of those 42 years. But she's the love of my life, and I'm so proud that she's here today. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. For the final honorary award today, I invite the head of the AECC School of Chiropractic, Dr. Philip Dewhurst, to deliver the citation for Dr. Shu Yan Ong.
Mr. Deputy Mayor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduands, I present Dr. Shu Yan Ong for the award of Honorary Fellow of AECC University College. I'm especially pleased that Dr. Ong is here today. He's travelled all the way from Hong Kong with his family to receive this award, and we are truly honoured that you would come all this way to spend your day with us. Dr. Ong graduated from the Anglo-European College of Chiropractic in 1976, and at the time received an honorary award which was donated by the Canadian Memorial College of Chiropractic as the best student in his year. In 1996, he became a certified pedorthist, followed in 1997 with a postgraduate diploma in musculoskeletal management, and in 1998 was awarded a Masters of Applied Science in Musculoskeletal Management with distinction by the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. Dr. Ung was a practicing chiropractor from his graduation in 1976 until his retirement in 2019. And he was the director of the Wan Chai Chiropractic Clinic in Hong Kong. During this time, he wasn't only in Hong Kong, he also spent time in Singapore. And whilst there, was the vice chairman of the Singapore Chiropractors Association. He's also a past member and also past chair of the Hong Kong Chiropractors Council and past member of their education committee, as well as being the founder and past chairman of the Hong Kong Chiropractic College Foundation. Dr. Ung's work in establishing the Hong Kong Chiropractic College Foundation was with the intent to develop an education program in Hong Kong so that chiropractic could grow around its own education institution. Sadly, that's not been possible in Hong Kong, but undeterred, the foundation has focused on raising money to support the profession's growth by awarding scholarships, allowing students to study at AECC University College, who otherwise may have not been able to. And although I can't see through the lights, I think there are some of those students in the crowd today. Dr. Ung has published around 30 professional papers, as well as authoring and co-authoring 8 books, with a particular focus on the management of scoliosis. He's been an honorary member of the editorial board of EC Orthopedics and the Annuals of Yoga and Physical Therapy. He's also held a patent on a biofeedback lumbar cushioning device and has even been listed in the international Who's Who in Chiropractic. However, his achievements extend beyond the recognition he's received within the profession. He's also been named within the Who's Who in British Commonwealth, Men of Achievement, Book of Honour, International Who's Who of Intellectuals, Register of Profiles, and Dictionary of International Biography. In recognition of Dr. Ung's commitment to the chiropractic profession, his efforts in promoting chiropractic in Hong Kong and across Asia, and his dedication to supporting students, I'm very proud to present Dr. Shu Yang Ung for the award of Honorary Fellow of AECC University College.
Mr. Deputy Mayor, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I'm deeply grateful to AECC Vice Chancellor Professor Haig and Dr. Philip Dewhurst for the invitation and the award. It's a great honor for me to be here today. I'm overwhelmed with nostalgia and joy as I stand here, reminiscing about my studies at AECC more than 40 years ago. The college has undergone remarkable transformations, evolving into a university college that now offers different healthcare disciplines in addition to chiropractic, positioned to transform lives through health sciences. Today marks a significant milestone in your academic journey, symbolizing the accumulation of the professional studies. It also marks the beginning of a new chapter as you embark on your professional career. While technical competence is essential, being patient-centric is equally important. When seeking opportunities to join a practice, prioritize those that offer training and growth prospects over those solely focused on financial rewards, especially in the first few years. Throughout my years of practice, I've come to realize that patients should come to us through word-of-mouth referrals, will trust us more than those who stumble upon the clinic. The success in practice won't be determined by the flashy marketing campaigns, but by the trust and satisfaction of patients. It's vital to dedicate time to continuous professional development and attend seminars and conferences to build competence and confidence, as they are the foundation for patient referrals. Beyond expanding clinical knowledge, effective communication and ethical practice are crucial for building patient trust. Embracing a patient-centric approach requires empathy, compassion, and a profound understanding of patients' needs. Although the approach may present challenges at times, it's an ideal worth pursuing, as exemplified by the following case. I vividly remember a taxi driver who sought treatment for severe sciatica, which made sitting excruciatingly painful. He had been on sick leave for over a year, depleting his savings. He had to borrow money from friends and relatives to see doctors and physiotherapists. Recognizing his needs, we charged him minimally until his condition improved and he could resume his regular activities. Months later, the clinic assistants noticed that a few patients turned up for low back pain treatment, driven by a taxi driver, despite their initial intention to go elsewhere for treatment. Upon investigations, we discovered that this taxi driver was the same patient we had previously treated. A year or two later, the taxi driver turned up again for a mild recurrence of low back pain. He told us that he had returned to work following the last treatment and insisted on paying the full fee, as he no longer required a price concession. The case is a powerful reminder of the teachings of various philosophies. Every effect we experience results from causes we set in motion. Based on the Chinese I Ching teaching, a gradient is like a dragon on the field. Through continuous improvement and unwavering dedication, you will become a flying dragon, soaring to great heights in your chosen career. Last but not least, I would like to congratulate the graduates on their achievements. To the fellow graduates, I encourage you to embrace competence, confidence, and compassion as you embark on your professional journeys. Your patients are at the heart of your practice. By incorporating the principles of empathy and selflessness, you will not only find fulfillment, but also leave a lasting impact on those you serve. Best wishes for your professional journey. I wish to thank you once again for the honor that AECC granted me, and also the Vice Chancellor, Professor Leslie Hay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Xu. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of honorary awards. Now we come to my favourite part of the day, which is the presentation of awards for our graduates. Dr. Philip Dewhurst, as Head of School, will now present the awards for the AECC School of Chiropractic.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the AECC University College, I present you the following graduates for the award of Master of Chiropractic. Andreas Amundgaard. Stavros Angelopoulos. April Aylott. Benjamin Arkdender. Jamie Barnett. Lee Basilisco. Liddy Batchelor. Sander Burley. Greta Biro. Christina Bjorvik. Gabriel Blake. Nadia Blanc. Samantha Blundy. Camilla Burwood. Ole Brink. Max Burrows. Henrik Bai. Joanna Callahan. Jessica Cavey. Ross Chapman. Lei Ting Cheng. Xavier Chokin. Zen Shak Chong. Sebastian Christiansen. Hoi Wei Chung. Matthew Clark. Jacob Cook. Joseph Cresdy. Daniel Cruikshank. Benjamin Crump. Matthew Dalton. Emily Day. Matthew Deacon. Lawrence Delve. Amanda Dolby. Benedict Einvik. Maria Failer. Victor Finn. Alexander Fjellstad. Alyssa Fry. Kai Fernell Brennan. Tim Ganzert. Samuel George. Benjamin Gibbs. Benjamin Gleditch. Oleg Gonorovsky. Zana Gonzalez-Linette. Catherine Green. Lucy Hacker. Hannah Mari Hakajawi. Mark Hardy. Oliver Harris. Thomas Hatch. Morgan Hayward. Francesca Helmore. Kelly Hicketts-Prosser. Phi Yum Ho. Maya Holmes. Lilia Holm Mortensen. Ho Hoi Ziyang. Inga Jacobs. Angus Jones. Adley Jonsson. Rebecca Judd. Lucy Gerardo. Sandra Kamienska. Beyborn Carlson. Alexandra Kitley. Kaisala Kertu Komanainen. Chu Chan Koo. Lily Crone. Anatoly Lee. Ka Kin Lee. Adam Lewis. Ryan Leanne. Daniel Machin. Charlotte Mackey. Aaron Maydar. Sky Manzi. Luke Marks. Teja Marusic. Shiva Mari. Indra Mertens. Hans Martin Michelson. Joshua Montenegros. Eloise Moody. Rika Mortensen. Ryan Mullings. Maria Navarez Abramo. Joshua Newsom. Shang Ung. Vanessa Ung. Paulus Nays. Miko Nikari. Abigail Nottage. Mohammed Amin Narouzi. Nikolai Nienget. Daniel Oberman. Ozgem Oji. Eleanor Partridge. Jack Patterson. Ravan Gabriel Patulia. Eleanor Paulson. Caroline Fennick. Karina Pittenvilles. Jessica Pulford. Chrissy Purperhart. Ella Pusey. Ahab Katamin. Alice Raby. Iva Ransberg. Luke Rivers. John Rotimi Toviho. Bobby Sad. Amy Shelkins. Finnegan Schroeder. Samantha Scott. Pauline Seidel. Mohammed Siddiqui. Jorgen Skretting. Luana Simois. Nikita Sky. Chloe Spicer. Emma Starr. Oliver Simmons. Ivan Zaretico. Arman Taraftar. Ben Tarbuck. Emma Taylor. Jia Tay. Luke Throssell. Hannah Tyndall. Yi Lin Ting. Yub Titular. Tobias Tosca. Monica Trones. Chantel Tresiak Hicks. Wing Lam Erica Zay. Matilda Tolgren. Ivelina Berhag. Neela Vanderputin. Thomas Van Ester. Ingrid Viga. Ethan Wallace. Maud Waymans. Caroline Weiler. Jessica White. Magnus Wibstad. Kieran Wilhelm. Daniel Wisby. Peter Wiseman. Glenn Wyatt. Alexander Ziniak. For the award of Master of Science in Chiropractic, Anu Amert. Laura Hellenius. Marlene Lodden. Vilde Loken. Marie Lumborg. Oyston Smith. For the award of Master of Science in Chiropractic, graduate entry, Luke Almond. Christian Bernal Chavez. Alicia Brain. Amy Carter. Rowan Channin. Catherine Faulkner. Hayley Green. Cheyenne Haukvitz-Mail. Matthew Hewitson. Rosanna Hitchcock. Helen Maloney. Sophie Merritt Drew. Jessica Nash. Arianet Salahu. Uditi Sungali. Anna Snook. Richie Steinman. Rebecca Visa. Lenka Dobnitska-Piruzan. Antonis Zizou. For the award of Master of Science in Advanced Professional Practice, Musculoskeletal Neuroscience, Benjamin Sokanda. Graduates who have not attended this ceremony are recognised in absentia. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of awards for the AECC School of Chiropractic.
Fantastic cheering, everyone, and we're going to carry that on for the next awards. As Professor Stuart Cottrell, as Head of School, will now present the awards for the School of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the AECC University College, I present to you the following graduands for the award of Bachelor of Science of Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences. Lauren Ashcroft. Joshua Cole. Holly Jezek. Melissa Olding. Ashley Pope. Mason Rackley. Ben Samways. Rachel Scott. Benjamin Wilkes. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Radiography, Diagnostic Imaging, Thanusha Arules Warren. Kate Braddon. Maureen Mangatori. Gary Hicks. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Radiography, Radiotherapy and Oncology, Poppy May Gilsinan. Rebecca Spence. Chloe Westlake Allen. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Medical Ultrasound, Howard Bush. Faye Ravel. Shireen Udegbala. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Ultrasound, Heidi Katubo. Jaylia Salo. For the award of Master of Science, Medical Ultrasound, Henry Aniekor. Ibuka Anyasor. Tracy Ann Crawshaw. Joanna Jackson Lilitos. Ekene Nwadiki. Chibuzo Noeki. Innocent Onu. Paul Ogru. Anthony Umana. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Medical Ultrasound, Maria Christina Zielinski. For the award of Master of Science Physiotherapy Pre-Registration, Olivia Coogan. Neve Davis. Kiefer Erichter. Hannah Ferris. Thomas Fourier Dalby. Ryan Hankins. James Hedges. Finley MacDonald. Megan Mitchell. Abigail Perkins. Matthew Piper. Giles Rogers. Abigail Taylor. Gweno Thomas. Samuel Bassel. For the award of Master of Science, Sport and Exercise Psychology, Lottie D. Belton. Shane Green. Bethany Dennis. Daniel King. Berta Cresmonte. Hendrik Lang. Samuel Mount. Catherine Reaches. Ian Rees. Daniel Rolfe. Kate Skipper. Ronnie Stone. Harry Wheel. For the award of Master of Science, Sport and Exercise Rehabilitation, Marcus Cray. For the award of Master of Science, Sport Rehabilitation and Therapy, Anna Fogel. Matthew Llewellyn. Philip Mattingley. Adam O'Grady. Max Pardo. Lily Smith. Phoebe Wing. Graduates who have not attended this ceremony are recognised in absentia. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of awards for the School of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences.
Congratulations to all of our graduates today. It's been fantastic to see you all cross the stage. And I think from our guests, it deserves one more round of applause for all of our graduates. Now, on behalf of the AECC University College, I have the pleasure in announcing the names of the candidates who've been selected for student prizes. And the Deputy Mayor and Vice-Chancellor will now present the prizes. For the School of Chiropractic, the first award is the award to the student who has demonstrated leadership skills and behaviours, and this is awarded to Mohammed Amin Nurazi. Our next award is the award to the M-Cairo student with the highest academic score, and this is awarded to Luke Rivers. The award to the MSc Chiropractic student with the highest academic score is awarded to Vilda Lokan. The award for the best MSc Chiropractic research dissertation is awarded to Amy Carter. The Student Clinician of the Year award is awarded to Rowan Channing. The award to the MSc Chiropractic graduate entry student with the highest academic score is awarded to Anna Snook. The award for the Best Postgraduate Advanced Professional Practice Research Dissertation is awarded to Benjamin Sokhander. We now move on to the prizes for the School of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences. The first award is the award for the best academic performance in the degree of BSc Sports, Exercise and Health Science, and this is awarded to Holly Jezek. The award for the best academic performance in the degree of BSc Radiography, Diagnostic Imaging, is awarded to Nusa Alalazwana. The award for the best academic performance in the degree of BSc Radiography, Radiotherapy and Oncology is awarded to Emma Cox. And I believe she is not with us today to receive the award. The award for the best research dissertation amongst our January start courses is awarded to Giles Rogers. The award for the joint Best MSc Sports and Exercise Psychology Research Dissertation is awarded to Berta Chrismantrecht. The award for the Best MSc Sports and Exercise Psychology Online Research Dissertation is awarded to Catherine Maches. We next have the award for the joint Best MSc Sports and Exercise Psychology Research Dissertation for Daniel Rolfe. Our final award for the MSc Ultrasound Best Dissertation goes to Innocent Onu. Vice-Chancellor and Mr Deputy Mayor, that concludes the presentation of the prizes. Well done to all. We now have a special presentation, and I'd now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor to give this special presentation.
Thanks, Daniel. So, as many of you know, obviously we've got a lot of chiropractic colleagues here today and plenty of graduates now, not graduates, so well done. Yeah. Following the purchase of a site in Bournemouth in 1964, the Anglo-European College of Chiropractic, made chiropractic because it was thought to be more appropriate to the English-speaking world, opened its doors to its first students in 1965. The main founding body driving this development, supported by colleagues from Switzerland and other European supporters, was the British Chiropractic Association. Set up in 1925, the BCA is the longest-standing and most prominent professional chiropractic body in Europe. It's always sat at the forefront of contemporary chiropractic practice. The BCA continually raises awareness about the rigour, relevance and evidence driving the profession, and the association's ambition for chiropractic to be more closely embedded within mainstream healthcare. Since our foundation, AECC has been privileged to enjoy a special relationship with the BCA. We would like to take this opportunity to recognise at this time Catherine Quinn, who recently stepped down as president after 6 busy and productive years. During Catherine's tenure, the BCA was named Best Professional Body of the Year at the MEMCOM Excellence Awards 2022 for its repositioning project, which refreshed the vision and mission of the association. More personally, she was awarded a prestigious Women in Leadership 2022 award by Parker University and the World Congress of Women Chiropractors in recognition of her strong leadership throughout the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Anyone who's met Catherine cannot fail to be impressed by her energy and determination. As an alumna of AECC, we're particularly proud to take time today to recognise Catherine's achievements and to marvel at all that she's done since graduating in 2012. Catherine, we wish you luck with whatever challenge comes next. We've no doubt you will approach new ventures with the same indomitable spirit and be highly successful. We also wish Tim Button every success as he takes over the BCA presidency. Catherine.
Goodness me, well, I wasn't expecting that. It's a great honour to be up here on the stage with you, and thank you, Leslie, and to be with all of my colleagues here on stage. And yeah, it's been an absolute journey kind of over the last 6 years, and the relationship with the AECC throughout that time has been a really important part of what we've been able to achieve at the BCA. So thank you to the AECC for their support, and congratulations to all of you here today. I'm great I get to actually look at all of you for just a moment, so thank you for having me, and yeah, congratulations everybody.
The President of the Students' Union for the class of 2022 and 23 will now address the congregation, and I'm pleased to introduce Francesca Helmore.
Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor, parents, staff, guests, and of course, graduates. This is exciting, isn't it? It is undoubtedly the greatest honour to have been asked to speak today, having been awarded the privilege of AECC Student Union President for the final year of our studies. It was a role I took because I wanted to represent, serve, and help the students of AECC University College, and I hope I have done you all proud. I would like to take a moment to truly congratulate each and every one of our graduates today on their momentous achievement of graduating from AECC and entering the prestigious healthcare profession. Studying any medical degree is no mean feat, let alone amidst the tumultuous challenges we faced along the way. Dare I mention the pandemic, for fear of triggering a Johnny English-style Mozambique eye twitch, whereby we withstood several adaptations to life as we knew it, not least of which included Arctic-level chills, practicing technique in nothing but PPE and our underwear, with all the windows open in January. We repeatedly have swabs shoved here, there, and everywhere. We would get all dressed up in our dressing gowns, ready for a hard day's graft in the living room, and had to keep spirits high in more ways than one by dishing out the alcoholic beverages round the kitchen table on, let's face it, any night really, just to give us an excuse to put on outdoor clothes. Not only that, but to add insult to injury, we then survived a cost of living crisis amidst our final year, whereby we all suddenly needed to invest in gloves to aid the completion of coursework in our cold, cold bedrooms and stock up on cans of soup for dinner, alongside many individual and personal battles I'm sure we have all faced during our time of study. As my grandfather would say, it was hell out there. But I feel I can wholeheartedly speak for everyone when I say we have come out of the other side stronger for the trials and tribulations we have endured. When given a brief for my speech today, I was asked to, of course, give thanks to those who have guided us on our journey, but to also reflect on my own experiences at AECC. For me, I knew I wanted to be a chiropractor from around the age of 14 or 15. This was because I had seen the incredible benefits chiropractic care can provide through improved spinal health and general wellness, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to empower people to be the best versions of themselves, make a difference, and leave a legacy. Now, For a 19-year-old country bumpkin who grew up in the very sheltered land of Cornwall, also known as the better side of the Tamar, this was a rather daunting goal and prospect I had set for myself. I know my mum would always say she could envisage me sitting with a clipboard in front of someone taking their medical history, but it seemed like that version of myself was miles away and possibly just a fantasy. However, little did I know quite how exponentially I would grow during my time at AECC, from that naive fresher to the chiropractor standing in front of you today. I know I owe my personal success to the people and experiences I have met and made over the last 4 years, the people I now consider my family, who continue to be my motivation and inspiration to be a better person and practitioner than I ever thought possible. If you'll indulge me, I would like to thank my chosen family, Sam, Elena, Max, Inanna, Alfie, Jazz, Dan, and Amy, as well as everyone who has supported and put up with me along the way. Thank you for not only all you have done throughout my AECC experience, but for everything else you continue to do every day. For making me laugh, wiping away my tears, and being the best restaurants around. I also promise a special shout out as well to Ollie for providing support, pasta, and wine when our patients throw up new challenges and I'm having a meltdown. And of course, how could I give thanks without mentioning my darling mum, my biggest supporter, my conscience, and my sounding board when things weren't going according to plan, and the stresses of being cooped up in the same 4 walls with the same 3 people were getting to me. For everything you've done and continue to do, I wouldn't be up here as the person I am today without you. But enough about me. When I asked around for what other people's favourite memories of AECC were, the overwhelming response I received were the words community, family, and sense of belonging. At the risk of repeating the sentiments of my predecessors, I can wholeheartedly agree. I know of few other universities who offer the support and patronage of AECC. Despite being an ever-expanding and developing university, we never lose our sense of identity. Everyone is welcome. From tutors making you feel like colleagues, not students, right from the get-go, never feeling like you have to fit in or couldn't be your truest self, to swaying and togglers at the end of the night, 3 sheets to the wind, courtesy of student budget-friendly drinks, singing Robbie Williams' Angels at the top of our voices, finished by our infamous AECC chant. I'm sure I'm not alone in feeling emotional and connected to each and every one of you every time I hear those first few chords. We must all, of course, thank the numerous members of AECC staff for their enormous contributions towards our success. Often overlooked and working behind the scenes, our university experience and triumphs really wouldn't be as great as they have been without them. So, to our clinic tutors for their reassurance when the weird and wonderful cases hobble through the door, to lecturers for teaching us everything we know, the senior management team, heads of schools and board of governors for their unwavering commitment towards bettering our education and institution, the fab and catering teams for keeping our campus a safe haven for warmth and sustenance when the bills at home were getting too high, and our amazing student services team for their dedication towards academic and emotional support, among many other things. Thank you. Another personal thank you from me goes to the incredible Zoe Fudge from Student Services for supporting and keeping me grounded every step of the way. We must also thank all of our year reps, champions, and bar staff throughout our time at AECC, who willingly sacrificed their time in order to represent the student voice, keep spirits high and drinks flowing, even if it wasn't always fun or easy, especially when having to be strict and turn the music off until all feet returned to the floor, not the new bar tables. And of course, we would not have year reps, champions, or indeed a bar 2 staff without our amazing Students' Union. I myself was fortunate enough to work alongside 2 incredible teams, both different but equally driven and accomplished. So, a further thank you to Claudia, Molly, Hannah, Rowan, Joe, Lior, and Ola, our team of 21-22, and to Matt, Max, Celia, Kyla, and Glenn, our team of 22-23. Thank you for not only teaching me so much about myself, but for your commitment to improving the university experience for your peers. Rhiannon, what can I say? The most entertaining manager I've ever had the pleasure of working with. We have faced various challenges throughout the last 2 years, but you have taught me so much about leadership and responsibility, and for that I am truly thankful. I shall miss catching up with just about the only person who can consume as much tea as I do. But I will always hold our ASU memories close to my heart, and I'm sure we will continue to keep in touch wherever life takes us. So I suppose I'd better start drawing this speech to a close sometime soon, otherwise we should be here all night, and I know Toggler's closes at 12. If I may, I would like to finish by circling back to the word legacy. I recently had the privilege of listening to a speech delivered by Dr. Guy Reichman, in which he speaks about the legacies each and every one of us leave every day. A legacy may not always be this enormous ordeal for the benefit of the world as a whole, as that is daunting. But it can in actual fact be as small as teaching a patient how to breathe with their diaphragm. They come to you saying they're now able to breathe better, sleep better. They have an improved mood, which means their family are happier and want to be around them more, and so the ripple effect continues. That is a legacy. Perhaps that then also inspires your colleague to do something similar with one of their patients, and so the legacy grows, and the baton is passed on and on and on. And thanks to our foundation being carefully curated and nurtured by AECC, we are now all graduating into the big wide world, equipped to change lives in such a wide variety of different fields and achieve the goal of leaving a legacy. I know I, for one, am excited to see what legacy each and every one of you carve for yourselves as we begin the next chapter of our lives. I look forward to seeing what amazing professionals you all become. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey, and thank you for being a part of mine.
Francesca. I now have the pleasure of inviting the Vice-Chancellor to close the proceedings.
Thank you, Daniel. It's really, truly wonderful to be here today and to share in some small way your success, to see your delight and pride, and the delight and pride of your friends and family. This day reminds us of our core purpose and what we're all striving for through the year. I want to take a moment to offer you 4 bits of advice. Firstly, keep curious. Never stop learning, no matter whether it's formal or informal learning. We can learn from our patients, our colleagues, as well as our friends and family. Secondly, be generous. Your hard work has given you entry to wonderful professions. Membership of those professions is a huge privilege. So be generous with your time, your commitment, and your compassion throughout your career. Never let pressure force you away from the high standards you learnt here at AECC. Be kind, not just to patients, colleagues, friends and family, but most of all, be kind to yourselves. Stuff won't always go right, but allow yourself to make some mistakes and keep learning. Do sweat the small stuff. Show you care and strive to make a difference. My last piece of advice, live adventurously. You've achieved qualifications that enable you to work in many parts of the world and in many different settings. Go for it. Don't hold back. Enjoy the fruits of your hard work. You may like to reflect on the words of our new honorary fellows who live our values and whose achievements show what's possible for you too. Before I formally close this ceremony, I want to take a moment to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of the staff who organised the event today, to our Students' Union and all the staff at AECC. Thank you very much. I'd also like to briefly recognise a number of colleagues who have moved on. Firstly, our Company Secretary, Gabrielle Sanger-Stevens, who played a key role in the development of the board and governance of the University College. We also said goodbye to 2 long-standing governors, Peter Dingley and Peter Roberts, and I'm delighted that Peter Dingley's back to see us today. Both were members of the board who took the decision to gain taught degree awarding powers and were hugely in their debt for their vision and courage in taking this path. We'll also miss from the board excellent colleagues Denise Tarrant and Staff Governor Philip Hume. I'm so grateful to them for their contributions, as all of the board and chair is. I'm pleased to have welcomed some new governors to our board, Andy Broadfield, Adrian Reyes-Hughes and Nick Palmer, who bring a wealth of experience and skills, and it's great to have the opportunity to work alongside them. But today is all about you, our graduates. And so on behalf of the Board of Governors and the University College, I have the pleasure in formally announcing this congregation closed. I look forward to meeting many of you over tea. Thank you very much.